Capitals.
Oh, I'm one of the roster fillers on the Vikings. His name is John Kirby, and there's a current Viking named John Kirby, and they have the same number. So,
wow,
we should go in and see. But his name's capitalized, like I changed it. So
my broadcast is going now.
Okay. My broadcast is going to have to. We should change one of the expansion teams to Rick and Morty characters.
You can be all over that if you want. I can give you one of them. There's 10.
Share.
That's a great way to introduce yourselves to the world.
Yes.
That wasn't immediately in the beginning.
Bears, Lions, week 15.
We just need the Tigers, and we got the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. Yeah, this
what is a kit and caboodle?
I have to clinch the division still, so that's why the Bears need this.
You haven't clinched yet?
Somehow, no, because I lost
the Vikings are 11-4,
and I could still lose to them a second time.
Is awesome. Your broadcast going yet, Ter or Phantom?
Yep.
I'm not getting any notification on that.
Well, keep on you.
The Bears are going to receive.
I guess I'll just watch yours.
Receive, all right. Whether you like it or not.
Go
Bears got their linemen back today, so they are fully healthy, I believe.
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on here. I don't know if all my guys are healthy or not.
Good job.
That's all right.
Ooh. Oh, that was terrible. That was a bad idea.
It's a great start.
You know, the Lions drafted a guy named Don King in '63.
Did he have crazy wild hair and?
I don't know, because he didn't make the team. So. Touchdown Bears! Oh my goodness!
Yeah, my guy missed the tackle entirely.
Sure.
Yeah,
by about 5 yards.
Did it make you turn into the wrong guy, or at the wrong time?
No, he just didn't dive the direction he was supposed to.
Oh, I see. Well, either way, I liked it.
No, there is no John Kirby in the '64 Vikings. I don't know why. I just must have took this guy's name and turned it capital.
That must have been a late night.
Yeah. Well, when the picture came up and it's all modern looking uniform, I'm like, oh, something's wrong there. All right. I had one last draftee that I could rename, so hopefully I don't have any other screw ups.
Rick Sanchez.
Well, this is a real team, so we can't. I'm not doing that.
Come on.
There's so much quantum physics in Rick and Morty that you never know. He could be a real person in a cartoon. For all we know, the cartoon could actually be his real life.
We're getting deep.
Yeah, it's getting deep. Right? It's getting deep.
Listen, bring the shovel. Oh, come on! He had plenty of space and stuff to pull that in. Nonsense.
Hey, do you think you can hop in and give my Browns profile, my Rams profile, commissioner ability?
Really? You're not? Yeah, sure. Let me do that.
So I can do what happened. So I can do in 1964 what happened in real life today. Drop Antonio Callaway.
It says you're commissioner.
Why can't I drop?
64?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says you're commissioner. Everybody in the league is commissioner. Still missing 3 teams.
Yeah, I know. I'm a sucker. I'm sorry.
It won't. It only gives me
Who
options.
did those
Trade,
two
edit.
teams? So what do you need? What do you need to do
Get away
again?
from me, Brad.
I'll do it later. I'll do it when I'm on the Browns one.
Oh.
Antonio Callaway, the real life, the wide receiver for the Browns who just got cut today, needs to be cut from the roster as well for 1964.
I'm gonna look at it right now. Oh well, you can't cut guys from other teams. Even as I see him. You can't. You have to be on the Browns profile to cut that.
Okay.
That's why.
Don't you start sighing.
Well, I just love the suggestions because it made me practice something I never practiced before, specifically for the Lions. And both times I called the so-called game plan is when you got the huge gains. So it's like, all right, shut up, I'm going back to my other defense.
Let's keep calling the game plan.
Right, no. Coach was drunk when he came up with it.
He must have been.
Why haven't I not gotten this?
He's gonna be pissed if you
Oh, here it
don't
is.
follow a game plan, though.
Notification for the NFL, not for Phantom Fighter.
Shit, he looks like he's drunk. Yeah,
Oh, knocked it out.
fire him.
I don't know.
Oh, what?
That's my new notification sound. I'll let it play through next time.
I don't think you got one Vinny take where your phone doesn't go off.
Did you watch the Colin Kaepernick one earlier?
Yeah, I did. On my way home.
That was my fourth attempt at it. YouTube kept blocking my upload, so I uploaded that one before I edited the name. I'm pretty sure the words Colin Kaepernick are blocked from being uploaded.
Oh,
Well, I
why would they make me
uploaded
turn into
just-
that guy?
Did you see that they changed it to where you have to tell your video is?
Yeah, if it's for
Child
children or
friendly.
not. Yeah, we don't yet for live streams, but I'm sure it's coming. And just make sure you say no, especially you, Tears.
What is it now?
You have to, if you upload a video, you have to click on whether it's appropriate for children or not.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Which is fine. I mean, it's
Just
no big
because I
deal.
drop F-bombs every other word.
Listen, you would be rated like PG-13.
Yeah. Honestly, you wouldn't. I don't think you get an R rating for what you say.
No. It usually requires a little bit more than just the F-bomb.
Yeah.
Even if it's 50,000 times
Now,
in
if I
10
said
seconds.
I'm a rabid Trump supporter, then I'd probably get banned.
Yeah, you'd probably get banned. Yeah.
You guys are going to get banned soon.
This video is
Yeah,
just
you're-
kicked off, by the way.
Your channel will get shut down. You'll get kicked off of YouTube. You'll try to log in one day and you'll be like, what the fuck?
Oh, so you want to? Speaking of that, you want to hear? There is no bias in social media, right? They do not have
Yeah,
bias.
That's funny.
So, what was it? Well, other than the situation where they couldn't upload the Colin Kaepernick video until I uploaded it without the title, there was something on Facebook today I noticed. What was it? Oh, it's gonna
Where you
bother me
can't
now.
put the name of the whistleblower or whatever.
Well, no, you can't put Eric Saramonella's name in there. No.
Now this video's banned.
Oh, what was it? Because it was
You wait
something that
for it.
wasn't even.
There's going to be a fucking... I'll bet you something will happen because they're fucking scanning all these videos, and if the name pops up in the transcript, it's going to fucking get hit.
Well,
I mean, I really don't
somebody
care.
download it real.
They actually
Somebody
do that,
download
that'd
it
be
real
hilarious.
quick so we can. Somebody download the video real quick so we can cut that part out
Yeah, right.
when they ban it. I still haven't gotten Phantom's notification. I do not believe you're online. I think you're lying to us.
It says on there.
I know.
It's like, no, I'm not really on. Haha. Brr.
I'm going directly to it on my laptop to YouTube and see if I can. Because sometimes my phone could be. Oh, I have
Maybe your
an
phone's been
unchecked
banned.
notification, and nope, it's not you.
Your
Subscriptions.
phone's
Let me
been
go.
banned.
Let me go to
Banned your phone because they're like, oh, he's a conservative. We're going to ban his phone.
probably because I got that Colin Kaepernick video.
Oh,
up. And if
down
you
to
actually
4.
watch the video, I played devil's advocate in
Down
it. So.
driver. Well, yeah, you do a little bit.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I currently
Frankly,
have.
I
12 views.
honestly don't think he needs to be allowed back in because fuck him.
Yeah, some team's gonna sign him just because I'm pretty sure. Like I said in my thing, oh here it is.
Somebody tried to argue the Ben Roethlisberger is a rapist thing, and it's like, well, he hasn't been convicted, so there's that.
Well, I don't think anything Kaepernick did should get him kicked out of the league, but I don't know.
Oh,
that
I have
when
no
you sign
problem
a
with
guy
them
that hasn't
protesting.
played for 3 years.
I have no problem with them
Instead of this
protesting,
incredibly
but
shitty
protest
play.
on your own fucking time.
I don't have a problem with the protest. I also don't have a problem with people being against the protest. I think what gets lost in the shuffle, though, is the fact that he did change the protest at the request of a military member.
Yeah, and nobody's gonna fucking pay attention to that.
No. The other thing being, though, is that, like John said, protest on your own time, your message was getting distorted because of what you chose to protest.
Mm-hmm.
You chose to be such a controversial protest that it actually ruined your message and made you something
held
else.
Lucky bastard.
I should have put that
Really?
in my video.
The ball
I didn't
never
think
crossed the
of
fucking line.
it. His balls did, though. Mike
It was
Ditka's
in his
balls
right
are so
arm.
big. Mike Ditka's balls are so big they gave him the first down.
It is Ditka, though. I mean,
Ditka.
Yeah.
sure it was his balls that they were measuring.
Now I'm not gonna blaspheme Ditka, but did you ever try listening to him when he was on a
Not
studio
when he
show?
was- yeah.
His thoughts would he would interrupt himself while he was talking.
Yeah. He was entertaining to
He'd
watch.
cut himself off and just start talking about something else. Like, whoa.
You have one rush with our bull.
One rush. No yards.
It's okay. I'm okay with that.
He has a neck roll.
Ooh.
This guy John Campbell for the Vikings in '64. The neck roll in Madden 20 looks like a sticker. It doesn't raise above the jersey at all anymore.
That's not good.
No. And then he has like ripped T-shirt. How many? That's just the only picture I got of him though. I guess I could
who the
put
fuck
like
am
that.
I thinking of that was famous for wearing his fucking neck roll?
Oh, there's a lot at certain points.
Yeah, I know, but the one I'm thinking of played for the Raiders.
Jim Otto?
Nope. His son ended up playing years later. He became an announcer. Fucking jarhead.
Willie, Howie Long?
Yes. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, he had a neck roll.
Wow, why are they not diving towards the fucking running back? Like, he was way to his right, and then he dove towards the quarterback. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what's going to work. Tell you what, pick six. Well, maybe not a pick six, but we're going to go with an interception.
I am a Bears quarterback wearing number 9.
Oh, did you watch any more of that 100 greatest touchdowns video?
I didn't see the second one yet, so I'm still stuck at
There
number
were
30.
three mistakes in there that were not caught in post editing. I can only think of two off the top of my head. One was they referred to one fake or botched field goal as a botched extra point, and I'm listening to it, and I always heard it back in the 90s when I watched the video, but it dawned on me, if that truly was a botched extra point, that shouldn't be in that video. That would only be a 1-point conversion back then. It was in the late 80s. The second one is they have a picture of a Bears touchdown, and they say where Bears quarterback Rudy Bukic drops back to pass, and the quarterback is number 9. Like, that's not Bukic. That's Bobby Wade, or Billy Wade. Because Bukic is number 10.
Yeah, that's true.
And then there was a
That's
third
the
mistake, but I can't remember what the third mistake was.
You have to wonder if people who work at NFL Films are working there because they want to get in the TV business, and they don't really care about the.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially, well, some guys probably, like, obviously the Sable scared,
Sure.
but then anybody else is just, you get hired on TV and, you know, which I get. I know young lady now who's trying to get into the
Fuck
that
happened?
business.
My own guy took himself out.
I told her, I was like, I know you're
took
not a
out the
pro
other guy.
wrestling fan, but she wants to be a broadcaster. Apply with WWE because they hire a lot of females nowadays.
Yeah, good thing I didn't start the dealer's defense. Jesus. The dealers.
Oh,
Steelers
speaking
defense.
of females in WWE, John, were you confused when you got off of work and saw all the?
No,
pictures
I
of
really wasn't
wrestlers.
worried about being confused.
It's like,
I figured,
what the hell is this all
I
about?
scrolled through and realized it was some chick from the WWE, and it's like, well, okay, she dressed up as Harley. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes to cosplay.
You guys are talking about my wife, so
Alexa Bliss, yes.
you just need
Wow.
to all
This
settle
video
down.
is just, these
Listen,
broadcasts have just gone all over the rail
Wait,
tonight.
what's her name?
You,
Alexa Bliss.
Oh, okay, it wasn't Alexis Texas.
No, that's a porn star. Alexa
Obviously.
Bliss is not a porn star. In fact,
sure about
when
that?
they had I'm sure when they had all them leaks a couple years back and like Paige's sex tape got out there, Alexa Bliss was very adamant that that'll never happen to her because she does not do stuff like that. So let's hope for her
well,
sake she's right.
supposedly a sex tape did get released with a. You can tell it's a lookalike. It's not
Yeah.
her, but
Oh, God,
They
you gotta
did,
love the
you know.
photoshopped ones where they put the chick's head on another body.
oh yeah.
See,
Like,
of all
well,
the ones that
that's
got
just
released
terrible.
though,
You're out of
of
bounds.
all the ones that got released in that, obviously Paige is just kind of disturbing because she's in a threesome and it's interracial and all that. Good for her. I mean, whatever she floats her boat. I was more impressed by Victoria's. She took that pounding like a champ.
I don't think I ever saw it, so I don't know.
Well,
She's an older. She was in the Attitude Era.
Towards the
I
end of
think
the
of it as that
Yeah,
one
toward the end of the
blonde
Attitude
there,
Era.
the hell's her name?
she's still at wrestling, but not.
Yeah,
There was a blonde, I forget her freaking name.
Trish Stratus.
That's it.
She's a mother of two now. She just actually had a match at SummerSlam. Looks pretty good for 43 years old. Looks really
you
good
know,
for 43 years old.
the
Listen,
her,
Dolly
what she-
Parton looks really good for 73, okay?
Oh my God, yes she does.
Alexa, well, no,
Where
Alexa,
the
what
fuck
Trish
was
Stratus
that
did
going?
with her
Yeah, I
cosmetic
don't know
makeup.
That was supposed to go
face
to
is
the
trying to-
receiver on the right.
We're all over the
oh
place.
really?
Right now.
Wow. It was
I'm
close
not
to
a
the
fan.
guy on the left, but it was
Yeah.
more like he just wanted to show how fast he could throw it, and certainly
Right.
not worrying about accuracy.
Like, that's just stupid.
Why do I get notifications when a certain member of the Bush League gets online, but only him? I don't get notifications for anybody else.
It's because Bush League. I don't know.
All right, so what were you saying, Phantom Terrors? Yeah, Terrors.
Phantom Terrace.
Trish Stratus got some kind of, cosmetic surgery done on the face.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
Her
there's
face
no
is
doubt there.
completely different, and it's just, I don't know. She just, I mean, she still got a smoking bod, and it's still her.
Oh.
But
Just got his feet.
Who the fuck was it that just recently said, oh, no, fucking Kim Kardashian's like all of a sudden becomes super conservative mommy type.
well, that's because
Really?
of Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye West is like gone Christian.
No, yeah, I know
Yeah,
that, but I mean, like,
that's
she like totally is like, my kids, I'm a mother of, what is it, 3 or now, or 4, or whatever the fuck.
North, south, east, and west.
Yeah, which is, they didn't seriously name all their kids.
No,
after
no, they
Cardinal
did
Christians.
not. No,
I mean, Kanye is fucking nuts enough, so.
they do have North, but that's the only one. They have 3 kids.
Try
Dang it,
that.
boy. I hate when you know where it's going and you can't just.
And I
just
still
can't
go
control the guy.
I don't know. Listen,
Right.
you're winning by 2 scores. All right, quit your bitching.
No, I just mean personally because I'm controlling the guy and I just can't get there. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
That's the name I was trying to think of earlier in my
Ron?
broadcast. We were talking about the weird names to the Ravens that you guys are going to have to say. The one that was trying to come up in my head was just fat bitch.
This fat bitch.
Just fat bitch. B-I-D-G-E, bitch. But it's if you say it quickly
What the
enough,
hell am I
obviously
doing?
it
I'm sitting
sounds
here
like.
wondering why I'm not seeing any different fucking plays. I'm in one particular type.
You wonder if some of our regular viewers no longer come around because
We talk about
they
weird
were
shit.
liberal. They were liberal.
Oh, I don't care.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine that.
What the? No, I don't want to do that. This is going to be a pain.
Like, man, I looked at Back to the Future, but them guys started talking about Trump and stuff, and
Liberal
No, I'm
people
triggered.
don't like history.
now I'm triggered. Oh yeah, right. Okay, what was I thinking?
I don't.
Oh, almost one-handed.
I just can't imagine that anybody's gonna. Anybody who would watch
if we get
this isn't
strikes
gonna
or something or a complaint.
Oh, I got a strike yesterday
Yeah, which was weird.
for an 20-month-old video.
You know, with thousands of views. You have one that has like 1,400 views, dude. You know that?
Yeah, it's the wrestling stuff. The weird thing was that this one that I uploaded, the company that gave me that called me in the copyright strike, they're not an actual wrestling company, but they're a distributor of wrestling videos. So they obviously have rights to it, which is fine and all. But it freaked me out, or didn't freak me out, but it kind of shocked me at first because the company's name was WrestlePro.
Mm-hmm.
Their name is Title Match Wrestling. I'm like, why are they claiming ownership of this? Until I looked into it and found out that they're like a distributor. So, yeah, they do.
So did the video get taken down, or?
Yeah, I took it down. It got blocked, and the strike lasts 3 months. Even taking the video down, I still have a strike against me.
Right.
So if we get 2 more before February 11th, my channel will disappear.
I hate to say that
I told you so.
you know, in a broadcast, but those strikes seem to be really, I don't know, weirdly passed out,
Excessive?
because I've got at least a dozen Dallas Cowboy games and others that are blocked worldwide. I don't have any strikes.
Right.
Because
Well, it's the
two
person, the
there's
claimant.
two levels.
The
isn't
claimant, there's the claimant has to put in, the owner of the copyrighted material puts in the claim, and they request what they want done to you. So this company
worked.
gave me the strike,
okay.
and then YouTube just
No, that-
goes along with it because the company. That's what they. Some companies just say no, they keep the material up, but they can't make money on it. We'll make the money on it. Or block it worldwide. I don't want anybody seeing it, but leave it on their channel. Don't penalize them. But this company gave me the strike. I had my high school graduation was blocked worldwide because of a song hidden inside the graduation. And I'm like, isn't that Fair Use Act?
Thank you.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that falls under the Fair Use Act, that they can't do that. But I didn't
put the
fight
blurb
it.
in the beginning of the damn thing with the Fair Use Act listed.
Yeah, well, what happened is I just I muted that song and re-uploaded it, and it was
I
fine.
fucked that kick up.
And then I have
It
several.
went. Holy shit.
I have several that have there's a song in the background or something, like I used a blurb from
Ooh, I fucked that kick up too.
Riders in the Sky, and that video gets not blocked, but I get a little notice saying that I have a copyright claim and I can't make money on it, and they can.
Or whatever the fuck. I don't know how it goes. I know the song. I just can't remember how it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, but all that's fine. I don't care about making money on the video. And I even will go so far as, if you don't want me having your video up, if you own that wrestling match, I'll take it down. I don't care. What is it? No skin off my teeth. I just think that
You're not
that-
monetized yet.
Right. My issue is that, like the NFL, when they will block a video, well, you're not distributing it for use. It's one thing if this company's trying to make money on the video. Cool, I get it. Take it down.
EA going
But
5 for 5.
the NFL is not. They're not putting these games out there. They're not letting their partners put these games out there. So why are they blocking the videos? I get that they own the copyright, but the fans want to see these games, and I've been saying that for years. Fans want to see these games. There's 3 of us sitting right here, 4, because I know John watched like the '86 Giants and all that, but would be interested in games that are not available to us, and I'd pay for it too.
The only thing I can think of, I was thinking a couple of years ago, well, maybe they're saving it for the 100, and then you can go ahead and order. But the only thing I can think of is that, kind of like, if I had the WWE channel, I wouldn't be watching what's wrestling going on. I'd go back and watch the Attitude Era.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think NFL is like, you know what? The only product we want people to watch right now is what's happening every Sunday, not what happened in 1992 for those Cowboy fans or whatever.
That is very, very short-sighted on their part.
Listen, I'm
They
just going
will
to share
still
this.
Oh gosh, what did I
I'm
pick?
gassing myself the hell out right now. So just sit on that one.
That is very short-sighted on the NFL's part, and what they fail to realize is that there's all kinds of fans. There are the fans. By the way, it's after midnight on the East Coast, and you're watching Sack the Future. There are fans out there that will watch. They only care about live games. I have seen on the NFL uploaded 98 games 3 or 4 years ago, and on one of them, Super Bowl 23, there was somebody had comment, "Who the hell would want to watch a game that's 30 years old?"
Also,
and he got like
Epstein didn't
300.
kill himself.
Oh, yeah, he got like this video is really gone. 300 different comments stating that I would, I do. You know, it's because, but that guy who made the original comment couldn't understand it. So the NFL's got to realize that they have fans who are going to watch now and only now. There are fans that only want to watch from they don't want to watch anything post, say, 9/11 or post 2006 or whatever their favorite team got retired or got shitty or whatever. I could totally understand. People don't want to watch anything before the kneeling started. You know, I get it. And
the NFL is a bunch of fucking idiots anyway.
No, it's like the whole thing with Super Bowl
they're
1.
They're motivated by greed now, so they don't give a fuck about fans.
The whole thing with Super Bowl 1. Somebody comes forward about 10 years ago and says, I found a copy of the original television broadcast in my father's stuff, whatever. It's on Cinescope or Kinescope or whatever.
He has a. He worked at a TV station. He has the actual.
So it's even better.
Reel to reel. Yeah, he's got the actual NBC broadcast reel to reel.
He comes forward and says, I will sell it to you. I don't know what the price tag he asked for. The NFL said, no, it's our property. You're not going to sell it to us. And you also cannot go sell it to anybody else. It's our property. It's our copyright. So now we're in limbo here with the original broadcast Super 1. The NFL comes out for the 50th anniversary and they release a version of Super Bowl 1 that they put together with NFL Films and completely destroy the broadcast by having 6 or 7 guys talk through the whole thing. And on the big screen is the broadcast or the guys talking, and up in the corner is the game. Like, nobody wants to watch talking heads. They want to see the game. And the NFL does not get that. They don't understand what the fans want.
Right.
They
don't care what the fans want.
did do re-release it later on.
Without,
I actually have it on Super Bowl where they don't have the guys talking. It's just the actual game.
Yeah.
The thing that's amazing is because of that, we have a Super Bowl 1-ish. I haven't seen a Super Bowl 2 anywhere.
I have a version that somebody took the radio broadcast and spliced it with every available play from NFL Films and whatever they have. So there is a version available. It's just it's homemade and it's pretty good, very well done. Same as the version of Super Bowl 1 I have that's from before that. So you can sit through all the same thing with Super Bowl 5. There's only a portion of it that exists, but somebody took the rest of it and did the same. So you can sit and watch all 53 Super Bowls. Just 1, 2, and 5 are going to be different.
Right.
And 4 is in black and white.
4 is in black and white because it's Canadian.
Yep.
Which, I don't mind, but my ex-brother-in-law worked. I don't know if I said this. My ex-brother-in-law worked with he was a architect, and he helped design. His company got the contract to build the storage unit, this huge multi-million-dollar storage unit for NFL Films for all the old reels, all the old tapes. And they just have everything. And I remember him, talking about it. But it's just, how much money would you be willing to spend to buy Gale Sayers, a game where Gale Sayers runs against San Francisco?
Yes.
NFL
Films,
the actual TV broadcast.
Yeah, NFL Films started in 1962, but I think they got the official contract in like 64, 65. So now they don't have the broadcast because they film a different angle and all that, but they can put together complete games going back to 64. The networks themselves would tape over stuff until around 72. They started keeping it. And then since 78 and beyond, their VCRs version of every game should be available since 78. But basically going back, you can put together with NFL Films going back to 64. You could have complete seasons. They would have to, it would be, somebody would have to put the time and effort to put these games together and find some kind of broadcast or hire guys to redo the broadcast if they don't have the radio version, but they could. And what they got to look at, if you get the NFL app, the Game Pass app, on the app itself, you can watch games from 2018, 2019. You can watch the full game, coaches, film, or a half an hour version of the game, which is fine.
It's
excuse
halftime,
me,
by
on
the
the
way.
PC. Oh, okay.
21
On the
to 7.
PC itself, or we are destroying this really good game, by the way. On the PC, you can go back to 2009, although in 2009 there's a few games like Week 1 between the Cowboys and Saints is missing. But
Yes, I
so
know.
they,
Cowboys, Buccaneers.
oh, Cowboys Buccaneers. So, but they have them. They're there. There's no reason they can't go to their broadcast partners because they went and released 98 games 2 years ago. Games going back as far as Super Bowl III, which, by the way, oddly enough, that the missing drive is still missing on the NFL Films release of it. So I don't understand. I know I've heard folklore why that drive's missing, but I don't know the real story.
Naked lady.
The Colts touchdown drive that all of a sudden it joins it. They're on like the 15-yard line.
Why can't I get people to actually hold the block?
What's the score?
21-7.
So anyway, the last point I'm going to make about the NFL Films. If you look at their app, it's lacking. The NFL Films vault itself, there's nothing there. I mean, there's, they've got a couple Super Bowls, but there's nothing. All the 100 greatest touchdowns that I just watched the other day, Super Sunday, which was the video that got me into football. There's nothing there. They are missing out on a golden opportunity. And I look at the best streaming service apps right now are WWE Network and Disney Plus, because everything is there. Everything you could ever want, and they continue to have more stuff they can add in. WWE is constantly adding new content to because they're buying up properties and putting it on the service. Disney Plus, I bet you it's only 3 days in, but I almost guarantee you they'll do the same thing, with the exception of Song of the South will probably never get released.
What? I tried to push you past the other guys.
Yeah, that almost helped.
That's a nice. Here, have a lift. Anyway, that's my rant, and I'm done with that. I actually think I have a Vinny's take about it too.
Yeah, but I don't think it was that in depth.
No. When I'm doing the Vinny's take, I have gone to writing things down, and I still forget things. I try.
Oh, come on!
I try.
How the fuck do you hit him like that? That was physically impossible from that position.
I don't know.
I don't know either. All I know is the Democrats haven't been able to prove shit on all they got is hearsay. It's turning into a shit show.
Well, according to one guy, hearsay is more important than direct evidence.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's.
Didn't you
I
see
heard from this guy's mouth.
Oh, I haven't seen that before.
I actually didn't mean to pick that play. I was trying to pick a different one, but it worked.
Man, triple reverse pass.
Like this guy told this guy, who told this guy, who told his mother, who told her babysitter that this guy actually heard, and he told me.
Here, that reminds me of a scene from Spaceball. Your father's brother's sister's mother's second roommate from college and I were neighbors. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Right.
I am sure I destroyed that line, but hey,
You
I tried.
totally did, but it was...
That was not.
In-
close.
I know I
was
got
in the
roommate from
spirit.
college in there. I did get
Yeah.
roommate from college in there.
I forget exactly how it went, but...
Oh wow! Why?
That was cool.
Was that
I
Barry
didn't think that was
Sanders?
going to work. That little stutter there. Don't you? You're winning by 2 scores.
Yeah, but it's a long drive.
And your point.
What
You dove a little early there, bud.
At last, we meet for the first time, for the last time.
Yeah,
Oh, there it
that's-
is.
I was going to say, that's it. For the first time.
Before you die, there is something you should know about us,
It's like my
Lone
mother's
Star.
sister's nephew's cousin.
You know that you're just. I
I am
got.
your father's,
You got this.
brothers, nephews, cousins, former
Yeah.
roommates.
And now this video is brought.
You're right.
Absolutely nothing.
It already was. I gave away the whistleblower.
Yes, guaranteed. That fucking. If that doesn't, I'll be fucking surprised, honestly, because I've been watching. Like, I watched Tim Pool, who's actually a leftist journalist, and he's very fair. And he was like, "Yeah, people that are even saying it and getting caught in the transcripts, and yeah, shit's like that." So I mean, if it's fucking, we'll give it a day or two and see how it goes. I did it again.
Wow,
What
you
is
are
going on
really
with
trying
that
to hit
kick?
that camera.
Okay, so when you go to Google, you know how I'm dressing players and you go to Google their name?
Yeah, you're
When
interested.
you go to Google, this one guy is, for the 64 season, this one guy is named Dick Shot. Yeah, what comes up is not what I'm looking for.
You poor bastard. Oh, Vinny's search engine history is gonna get all sorts of
There's the
fucking weird.
Vinny's take for you.
I don't know how to put that into Maddenisms. Let's see.
You know,
Gonna
that's
make him a little longer.
a little more hair, a little less hair.
Yeah. I guess Dick Shot will be generic.
Yeah,
Maybe make him bald.
his nickname's Pick.
There are a lot of there are a lot of guys named Dick back in the 60s. I almost said there were a lot of Dicks in the 60s.
Dick was a big name back then. It wasn't so much
Not so much
Richard;
anymore.
it was Dick.
Dick York, Dick Sargent, no.
Don't forget, Dick Shiner is a rookie in 64. The infamous Dick Shiner, who will play on the Giants, the Steelers, the Falcons. That's one Dick that gets
A whole
passed
lot
around.
of Dick going around. And people wonder where feminism came from.
Well, if I do get you guys' video taken down for saying the whistleblower's name, I am sorry, guys.
Not worried about it.
If it's still
I
up
would
tomorrow,
actually,
I will.
I would actually be kind of surprised if it actually did, because that would just verify that YouTube is indeed censoring shit and has no place in this fucking business of doing shit. They're censoring shit they shouldn't be censoring.
What I'll do is I'll go out
While they allow
in the
fucking
morning.
pedophiles to do shit on fucking their platform, so.
In the morning, I will go and download, if it's still there, the videos, and then if it does, you guys' video do get pulled, I will edit out that part and re-upload them.
Yeah.
Or I will just edit out the sound completely and upload blank video.
I would be surprised entirely. I doubt it, so who knows.
We've said some interesting had some interesting topics to conversation. I forget what we were talking about, but I remember Terrors immediately texted because he wasn't in. Are you guys really going there on YouTube?
Yeah. Listen, we've had conversations about racist shit, conversations about sexist shit. You know, we've covered every offensive topic practically, except for eating babies.
If you go back and watch the pilot episode of Sack to the Future,
Actually,
And
that was a thing now, because people were talking about saving the world by eating babies.
What?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that
I
was,
do remember.
That was a wackadoo protester.
Yeah, AOC's.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
but
sure it
that
was
was a
staged
setup.
anyway. But
That was a setup.
yeah,
Okay. I was gonna say.
I mean,
We
don't get
can't
me
be
wrong.
there yet.
I can't stand AOC, but
yeah, she's
that
mad
was-
because fucking there's people still joining the presidential race for the Democrats. It's like, what the fuck's it matter to
Well,
you?
Bernie just came out and said that she's going to have a prominent role in her, in his.
Yeah,
I'm sure she will, but
oh, I know what her prominent role is going to be. What Miss Sanders hasn't been taken care of lately.
I was going to go there, but I'd be like, nah.
I took care of it for you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, you notice in the last 2 days, our representative from up here in NY21 is becoming a rock
Yeah.
star amongst the
I
GOP.
saw that.
there are a lot less trolls on her page all of a sudden, and a lot more support from all over the country.
Yep.
So I got on and I posted a comment. I was like, "So where are all the trolls now, huh?"
Oh, there's still
All these
plenty
people
out
that
there,
keep. Oh yeah, there are all these people that keep guaranteeing that she ain't going to get reelected in 2020. Well, guess what? Now she's got the support from the country. Elise
Yeah.
Stefanik, 2020.
But like, yeah, right. You dirty. There you go. So even while we're on the topic of dumb shit that could get the video banned,
Let's just keep it going.
did you see the school shooting in California?
Oh, I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't get it.
Yeah. You know what? One common thread I kept seeing pop up, and even I said something about on CNY Central.
What's that?
The impeachment is going nowhere, so they needed something to distract from the car wreck that is the impeachment proceedings.
Well,
I mean, that's
how are you going to tie a 16-year-old dumbass who's probably had his feelings hurt because he shot 2 girls
It's
Drugs.
You know,
to the impeachment?
there's a lot of things
Or-
that go on that all of a sudden, you know, the Democrats are like failing at or whatever, don't want attention brought to, and then all of a sudden some weird mass shooting happens.
Well,
Out
I
of the fucking
mean,
blue. I mean,
if you want
it's a stretch, but I mean, it's also somewhat of a correlation. Yeah, I haven't really done a
if
scientific
you want to
study
say that
on
they're
this,
taking
but it's a good
advantage of the
theory.
situation, then that I'll buy. They're taking advantage of the situation, just
So-
like every election year during Obama's presidency.
I totally didn't mean to do that.
There was always
Out of bounds,
a
bitch.
shooting of a cop shooting a African American, and
Well, that's because Obama was literally promoting violence against police.
well, right. But every time that happened, they would blow it up. St. Louis happened during an election
Yeah.
year. Baltimore
Yeah,
happened during an
yeah.
election year. So Chicago happened during an election year. Well, Chicago
Chicago
happened.
But I said this
Chicago
a
happened
couple
every
weeks ago.
minute.
I don't know if I said this in necessarily this particular forum, but I said it to some other people, even at work or whatever, that, you know, watch, this impeachment's going to fucking happen. Well, the proceedings will happen, and someone's going to go shoot up someplace just to take the heat off the Democrats. And sure as shit.
You know, if that is their plan, these shootings are becoming less and less
effective?
shocking. Yeah, people are.
Because, honestly, think about it, how sensitive these teens to early 20s, even late 20s are nowadays, right? And I ain't saying this is how it's actually happening, but I could see it being the case, I guess. That all you got to do is have somebody go in and talk to a particular person, knowing their background and everything already, and just, you know, suggest that life's shitty. Yeah, she ain't gonna ever date you, whatever the fuck the case is, and push them basically over the edge. Just give them that little extra fuck with their feelings situation.
Well, there is one. A lot of these do seem to have one common thread that a lot of them are on some kind of medication.
Psychotropic med, yeah.
Yeah.
This particular kid, from what I read so far, and I was seeing a bunch of comments about shit like that, is that somebody tried to say that, oh, this, you know, he probably got turned down by a girl or something, and it's like, no, his mother and girlfriend were waiting. Or why?
Wow.
I don't want to. Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how that fact right there gets spun. His mother and girlfriend.
Right. I want to see how it gets spun anyway, because this shooting happened with a semi-automatic pistol.
In a gun-free zone.
In a gun-free zone.
Heavily gun-regulated state.
It wasn't an AR. And it wasn't an AR, and it was a pistol. It was a gun that's already heavily regulated. You have to have a permit to get it, and you have to be 21 to get a pistol permit.
No.
Well, speaking of Dick Blumenthal, senator from Connecticut, has already come out trying to use this tragedy to his advantage.
Of course.
No.
No surprise there.
I don't believe this, sir.
I'm still surprised you have Dick on the brain, though.
It was an easy tie-in.
Yeah.
The guy's name is Richard Blumenthal.
Yeah. I've heard of him before. He is a dick.
He beat Linda McMahon in the election.
But it's just crazy how, like, if people want to sit there and say the Republicans and conservatives have gone off the deep end, where the fuck was that going?
It was like 4 rows deep.
Yeah, but he was wide the fuck open. Like, nobody was around him for at least 10 yards. Oh, Jesus, I thought I heard your fucking penny going off again.
No, I don't have that anymore. I changed it.
Well,
It was time. It was getting annoying.
Yes. Did he catch it? No, he didn't. I can't get receivers catch balls downfield.
Every now and then I have to change my wife's ringtone too, because she calls more than anybody else does, obviously, and I start to get annoyed with the phone, with the ringtone.
Yeah, what's your wife's ringtone now?
Right now it's the theme to Top Gun. She loves that movie. Before it was Bibbidi
slow
Bobbidi
theme
Boo.
or
the where he's riding the motorcycle.
yeah, the chimes and shit.
Danger Zone?
No,
Yeah,
not
Danger Zone.
Was it Danger Zone?
Yeah, yeah.
He wasn't riding a motorcycle on that one. He was in the plane.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was in both, but
Yeah, maybe.
Danger
I don't
Zone
know.
is the
It's the
main
basic,
song.
like, yeah.
yeah.
Because there is a song called,
It's-
Top Gun theme.
Yeah, but I think that song was played like 4 times during the movie.
Oh,
During
probably, no
different
doubt, yeah. It was pretty prominent.
Oh yes. Remember seeing the movie live when it opened?
I fucked up again.
Wow.
Oh, your brother posted something about the shooting.
My brother, Dan?
Yeah, orange hat.
Yeah.
Nobody covered Morris on that.
I blitzed fucking everybody, that's why.
Oh, okay.
I was figuring you were going
He's
to
actually
trying to
basically
run the
saying
clock.
something the same. Very tragic what happened in California.
Mm-hmm.
Was down every time the Democratic Party has made a major move against Trump or tried to push new gun control legislation that did not work. Blah blah blah. Mass shooting occurs. I'm not saying the two are linked. I'm simply saying that they have occurred more times than normal.
I guess because there's a normal rate at which mass shootings occur. I don't know.
It depends on. It
I will
depends
say
on
this.
what.
Mass shootings have increased because, everybody got trophies.
I'm going to share to
There's
the.
statistics, right, that keeps track of how many there are.
Oh, yeah. See, okay,
So-
hold on a second, though. Before you get onto that, you got to keep in mind that there is no actual definition of a mass shooting. It's generally accepted that a mass shooting is any shooting that involves 4 or more victims. And
Right, and some people
Okay.
say it's 3 or more, and
yeah,
distort the
right.
stats. But,
It's
but I
around
mean,
3 to
like,
4. But
either
it's
stat
also,
you take. Go ahead.
well, it's also that they're taking everything. They're not taking just school shootings. What they consider to be a school shooting is anything that happens within like 4 fucking blocks. So somebody could be shot over a drug fucking deal and happen 2-3 blocks away, and it's being considered a school shooting. So they're taking all these extra statistics that aren't what it actually is and trying to say that's what it is.
John, I just shared to the chat a picture of the moment of impact where the helmet hits Mason Rudolph in the head, and I also shared a link to the story, which might include the video.
Jesus
just
Christ.
to get off topic for a second.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Well,
were
I was
having
gonna
a
say-
having a huge old discussion on ESPN about it after the game.
Oh, I'm sure.
How is that
I
not a
hit him right
flag?
there. Oh, yeah, I don't know, but how did my guy not catch it either?
Oh, right, that too. I mean, it hit him right in the fucking hands. No, I'm looking at this fucking picture, and that's just that's assault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was
There's
insane.
36 comments. This is NFL on ESPN. There's 36 particular comments. Oh, the first one is Rudolph shouldn't have tried to pull Garrett's helmet off. Well, yeah, but that
Okay.
doesn't justify what Garrett did.
I can't get
That's like
receivers
those
catching.
people that say like she should have did what she was told or something. It's like, come on, knock it off. Like even if someone shouldn't have done something, it doesn't mean they should get assaulted for it.
Right.
This is actually kind of funny. Record stops Yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Yeah.
That's how the movie starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudolph shouldn't. No, some of these people that make comments are just.
They're ignorant, stupid.
Rudolph shouldn't start things he can't finish. Go
Yeah,
Browns.
that's just retarded.
Your fandom for the Browns is more important than
this game.
You can't convert a fourth down, and that's what you're bitching. Your fandom for the Browns should not trump somebody assaulting somebody. It doesn't
Right.
matter who started it.
Right.
When it escalates to that point, to physical violence, then it's gone too far.
Haven't you realized that the country has turned into a bunch of dumbasses?
Yeah.
The dumbasses are finally the majority, and we're fucked.
Well,
Well, I keep telling my friend that if Elizabeth Warren gets nominated, we could have a serious issue because millennials will go out and vote for her.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What? My fucking god!
Well, the one thing you might hope for is that they might not know they have to register to vote.
Ryan
that-
doesn't have
that's
any
not
type
gonna
of
matter.
fucking shot at the playoffs. Fuck.
Chicago,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, everybody in Illinois will vote 14 times.
Yeah.
was that an all-out blitz again?
No,
Because
that was just perfect blocking.
yeah, okay.
I can't.
I mean, I
just
had a
saying.
blitz on, but not everybody was blitzing.
Just some of the
Okay.
comments on this thing about the Rudolph deserved it. That's like we had an argument. I don't know if you were involved in this or not, John. 2 years back, the Raiders and Chiefs were playing on Thursday Night Football, and a little brawl broke out, and Marshawn Lynch come running off the bench to protect his opponent from his teammate, and ended up bumping into a referee because the opponent happened to be a friend of his,
Right.
and you could tell by his actions he was going to push his teammate away from his opponent to protect his. Anyway, he bumps the referee, gets thrown out of the game, and we got into an argument, me and a couple other nuclear power plant workers, with this young lady who happens to be a millennial and happened to be a Bernie Sanders supporter at the time, and she was defending Marshawn Lynch, saying it was good teamsmanship. I don't know what that word means, but sportsmanship, I guess, is what she meant.
Right.
But over 12 hours of arguing back and forth through comments, and then all of a sudden, after 12 hours, she says, "Well, I think you guys are just racist."
Of course.
So my next comment was, "Well, obviously you just lost the argument.
Right, because you can't resort to any
You couldn't articulate any more trying to change your opinion, and you threw out the race card." There were a bunch of white people having this argument, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that people are on here defending Myles Garrett and making Mason Rudolph out to be the bad guy.
Did he catch that? Holy fuck.
Wow, that was a good catch.
I thought you intercepted it for a second there. It's the first fucking big catch he's had all night. Jesus. I'm only down by 3 scores. Right? No, 4. 3? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was only 2, and then 2 consecutive plays. Your defense just.
See, this guy here saying that Garrett should be done for life, and so should Mason Rudolph. How do you justify suspending? How do you justify suspending Mason Rudolph for life? He tried to pull Garrett's helmet off. Yeah, that happens all the time. He did not take another guy's helmet and swing it at a naked head, like Garrett did. Rudolph should be fine.
did I say
I could
about?
see that. I could see that one.
No.
Stop
And
intercepting
then
the
this
damn
one
ball
guy,
out
they
of
were
bounds.
full out attacking Garrett. Well, yeah, they were attacking Garrett. They were defending Mason Rudolph. The offensive lineman does that.
Yeah, I mean the guy
here's one.
literally was swinging weapons around.
Yeah,
Force-
here's one. Adam, I almost said the guy's name. Rudolph should be fined. Garrett honestly should face criminal charges and banned.
Yeah,
And Pouncey
that's-
needs to be fined and suspended.
Yep.
And then there's a
That's
couple
the one.
other guys that came in. There's a couple other guys that came in and threw Rudolph down again. He probably should get a fine. The other guys were holding Garrett down while Pouncey pounced. They should be fined. But yeah, I agree with this. Rudolph fined, Garrett banned. Maybe not for life, but for the rest of the season.
Season, yeah.
Yeah, and then
least.
and Pouncey suspended. I can see
What
that.
the fuck? Make a goddamn effort to catch the ball. Apparently,
Oh, Andrew
somebody got a
lost your
fucking. Yeah.
Sometimes I just wonder.
It's fucking.
Sometimes
post
I
now.
just
can't pull
wonder
that out my
what
ass.
videos these guys watch. This one guy saying Rudolph was attacking the guy on the ground.
What?
Yeah. In a court of law, the two Steeler linemen could easily claim they feared for Rudolph's life after the assailant attacked him with a deadly weapon. Yeah. I don't know. Gang-style assault, I don't get. I think heat of the moment, defending their teammate. Gang-style assault, I'm not sure you can go there. Because it was one guy holding one down and the other guy punching and kicking. But really, Garrett had his helmet on, so it's not like the kicks were doing as much as they were. I don't think
the guy, the guy who had Garrett down I don't think could really see what Pouncey was doing. He was just trying to keep,
That's true also, yeah.
Because with that helmet, he was looking straight down on top of it, probably cussing and swearing at Garrett, so he didn't know what Pouncey was doing.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm coming up with an idea for my next Venice take, though.
I'll draw it up.
I'll borrow from you guys'
take some notes.
Yep. I'll watch a little bit of the Talking Heads tomorrow to, got to hear what Stephen A's opinion is, and then throw it out. Definitely Max Kellerman, because he is always a blowhard.
Well, something like this happened in the 70s. I mean, there's video of Big John Green throwing, swinging a helmet. I don't think he hit him, but he still swung a helmet at. I can't remember who.
Was it someone on the Browns?
Probably. They had a fierce rivalry.
It probably could be Bengals or.
That's the wrong button.
Oh, those cat memes where the woman is yelling at the cat and he replies something?
Yes.
Stop spreading rumors about me. I'm not a slut. Cat replies, bullshit. You've been cocked more times than John Wayne's rifle.
We have a friend in common who made a post about that particular
that was the guy.
Female meme.
That was the guy.
No. This was a female that we have in common.
Oh, yeah.
And
we
it had to do bringing out the backstory of that whole chick being held back and crying thing. And I guess it had to do with domestic violence situation or whatever the hell. So
it's from a movie, isn't it?
No, it's from a TV show.
Yeah, it's from a TV show. So
the fuck.
It's acting.
It's not real life, though.
Well, even Real Housewives is acting. Reality shows aren't real.
Staged.
If reality shows were real, there wouldn't be multiple camera angles in the same conversation, and you never see the other cameras.
I mean, I don't know the whole story behind it, so... Okay, I need to run away. God damn. So, I gotta do research on it exactly. But allegedly, she was being cheated on by her husband, and her husband was beating on her, and all that shit.
Oh.
Come on.
Why am I getting all these ads all of a sudden for these illegal streaming services for professional sports games? For only $7 a month, you can watch every single NBA game. Yeah, through like third or fourth party streams. Yeah, that have malware on it. I'm really going to do that. Sure.
They want you to. Come on, wide the fuck open. He had 2 steps on the fucker. Come on. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't get receivers to catch shit.
Just that one guy.
Just the one guy.
One guy. Yeah.
Like once or twice. Otherwise, everybody else can't catch a ball.
I mean, to be fair, the last 3 passes have been into double cover.
Sure.
Like this one.
that was, but everybody was actually covered on that play pretty well. I had really no chance at nothing there, so, I mean, it is what it is. Right now, I'm just sort of swinging it because, I mean, there's no coming back to this.
And obviously, at this point, I know what you have to do, so it's a lot easier.
Yeah, you're right. It turns into a one-sided game plan.
Right.
So, I mean, I ain't worried about it. I've been sick of Madden 18 for fucking a while now when they started having all this shit fucking just not go how it's supposed to go.
Whoops. So the Bears will finally clinch this division.
You know what? Here's what one guy says. Guys claiming the QB on his back should be fined and flagged and suspended are comparing it to the full-on assault with a weapon with enough toughness that is supposed to protect heads from blah, blah, blah. I wonder what prompted Rudolph to start the whole thing. Garrett must have said something, or the amount of time it took him to sack, I don't know. Because I know Garrett's sack was it wasn't just a regular sack. He held him and brought him. I don't know. Maybe he said something to Rudolph.
It didn't look like I finally got a chance to watch the play, and again, Garrett hit him when he still had the ball, and Rudolph was fighting. So I had, in my opinion, Garrett was still thinking he had the ball, and then took him down, and then Rudolph had thrown the ball, so he thought it was excessive. So he made his left hand look like it went somewhere near his face.
Yeah, I think it went.
And then he grabbed the face mask. Yeah. And then he grabbed the face mask, but that's when Garrett went nuts.
Yeah.
So I'm not justifying anything Garrett did after that point, but it looks like, to me, it was a hard play by Garrett, but not an illegal play. Mm-hmm. And that this kind of went out of proportion, just got blown up.
Yeah.
Definitely made for an interesting Thursday night football game because nobody will remember anything else about it.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure.
You got to know that the game in 17 days is going to be like the NFL league office is going to tell the refs, anything that's borderline illegal, you throw the flag, and every team is going to have a warning right now. Entire bench is going to have warnings when they go into the game.
Well, it was the game was actually close until it was that all-out blitz.
Yeah, and then I just
where you left the guy wide open. Yeah, and then obviously if you're down by 3 touchdowns and running out of time, then you got to go deep, and so just play all-out deep defense. I mean, I guess you probably could have ran and got like 15 yards of carry based on the defense I was playing, but I would have let you have it obviously because you would have ran out of time.
So here's a picture of Mason Rudolph sitting on the ground with no helmet on, and the caption says, "When you realize this ain't the internet and you can get hit back."
Oh,